Look, folks, quoting Bible verses that you think has science based of like 2,000-year old that has relevance to science now have been utter failures. Post in the comment if you think you got your best verse on the Bible that relates to science, and I'll read it. But there have been utter failures. Your verses are like Nostradamus. Nostradamus had verses which predicted the future, which turned out to be false. It's not even specific verses. Just relating a verse to Nostradamus predicting that John F. Kennedy was going to get shot wasn't even a specific. That could be interpreted so many different ways. It's like your gods can be interpreted so many different ways. But if you really think you got your best Bible verse that has to do with science or scientific discoveries, I'll read them. But like I said, it doesn't all have been utter failures. It's pseudoscience. Look, basically, these years ago, people had nothing to do but to wonder where the universe came, why they were existed, and to procreate and make up stories. It's all pseudoscience. There's nothing in that book proof of science now. There's nothing proof of atoms. There's nothing proof of. You can interpret it that way, but it's not even a right interpretation. It's bogus. It's pseudoscience. The verses such as the firmament of the earth. Come on, that's not good enough. I mean, anybody could say, I create light, I create darkness, and stuff. But like I said, if you think you really have a good verse and you think it's based on science, I'll read it and I'll debunk it. Because one, nobody can predict the future. Two, there's no proof of your God. And three, if you believe God, why would God only reveal himself this long ago but never again? And you have to take it on faith without evidence. Doesn't make any sense. I won't do it, and a lot of people that are smart and critical thinking are not going to do it either. So like I said, even if your God existed, you know how many questions people would have? It would outnumber him, and it probably couldn't even answer all the questions. It's impossible for a being to be all-knowing, all-powerful, all-present. It's impossible, literally impossible, for this kind of supernatural thing to exist. If science is based on everything of the world, everything evolved, everything is based on science. The theory, germ theory, it's still a theory. This is how powerful science is. Germ theory is already proven, but it's still a theory. Because science is so powerful that they have to make it both ways. They have to make this thing to see if it is false. They gotta make to see if this thing is true, both ways, not one way, both ways. And that's why, even though germ theory could be considered a fact, it's still a theory and it's already been proven. Germ theory is still a theory, as well as a lot of theories are still theories. The Big Bang is still a theory. And it could be a theory forever. And it's still true. A lot of things in science are still theories. Science has the most positive and brilliant and confident and powerful to not make things out of the blue. That's why science is so powerful. Science will never claim anything a fact, no matter what. Science would never claim anything a fact because anything could change. And that's why germ theory is still a theory and it still holds to this day. And it's already been proven, but it's